feet is right on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Palatine Pack Media Meet of the Week. I'm your host, Chris Quick. I'm here with
Connor Lane.
And we are excited to be here tonight at the Glenbard North Bud Swanson Invite. We're sitting here at North Central in their field house, the Al Carius track inside the field house. So, I mean, it's about to go down, you know?
It's an
Yeah.
exciting atmosphere right here. I mean, you can feel people are excited about this meet.
Anytime you get to be in a facility like this, like everybody's gonna be pretty hyped up. So, for those of you that have seen this meet in the past, it has been hosted at Glenbard North before. They have a 160-meter track, but Coach Eric Day, who we're gonna have on here in a little bit, they decided that they wanted to start bumping this meet up in class. So they added 4 teams this year. I think the plan might be to add 4 more next year, and all of a sudden we're gonna have kind of a 16-team big meet that they've committed to having here. So,
I mean, in the times that we were seeing from the meet records, they were legit back then with those teams. We're coming to this. We're going to see some meet records today.
Yeah,
definitely.
right. I mean, that kind of thing, you know, when a kid gets to get onto like a real track, it really just like changes the whole thing. So I'm excited. I mean, there's gonna be some good tracking here tonight. It's a little bit divided tonight, I think, because we got the Batavia Distance Madness meet going on. About 20 minutes from here. A lot of the good distance runners from these teams have opted to be in that meet instead of this one. So we're gonna be a little bit more sprint heavy tonight. You know, a little bit more jump heavy, and that's exciting stuff too for that to have that kind of track. So I don't know. We anything that you've seen around the state recently that you've been excited by before we get into our meet preview?
Oh, I got to say Thomas Yoakum.
Yeah, Thomas Yoakum. How so?
902 2 mile. That's pretty sweet, right?
Was that 902?
Yeah.
When was that? He ran it today. I was like doing my real job today. Okay. So was he at one of the national meets? Where was he at? Okay, so he's at New Balance and ran 902 for the full 2 mile.
Yep, that's right. I mean, that's how he runs it. Like, I remember he came to Batavia, and he ran something crazy like that. Went out, hang on. That's
Thomas Yoakum is he has a screw loose. He is completely fearless athlete. I love him. You know, every time I've watched him run as a fan, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I mean, I saw him run 4:17 for 1600 at the York meet last Friday in a race that my son was in. You said Carson saying he's out in 4:24, 4:25 today, and then died off of that to 902. So if you put that down into the metric, that's the new state leader, right, Carson? Because we had the Greers had run 9 flat. But if you put it down into 3,200 from the extra, 18 meters, that's going to be the state lead.
Yeah.
Wow.
2A's heating up this year.
Yeah, 2A's heating up. What else have you seen in 2A's? That's your class, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Greers, you got to give them the nod. I mean, I think there's a lot of got to give the cross country champion. Got to give him a nod.
Yeah, a little bit.
The whole 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely fun to see that like class start popping off. I know a bunch of the Dixon guys are over at Batavia tonight, so we'll see that. We had Sonny Weber just ran 10 flat just moments ago in the full 2 mile. So that would probably be she's broken 10 for 3,200 before. Yeah. So right on her lifetime best. I mean, so that's 3 seconds ahead. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's exciting. And she's in 2A for track, not 1A. Yeah, she's one of those athletes that moves from 1A cross country up into 2A track. So,
and my conference mate Michael Weiss, he's back in action.
Yeah, Chicago Latin, right?
Chicago Latin 202. I think he's one of the favorites in the mile this year, according to Illinois Running News. So,
yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
okay,
back in action.
Any other non-distance things that you've noticed? This is a test, to see if whether Connor pays attention to anything that's not distance running.
Okay, I can. Wow, you got to give the nod to some of these people, some of the people here. I mean, Manuka, the girls' 55 hurdles, they were going crazy. 2 of them were going crazy.
Put your mic a little
closer. On March 5th. So
yeah,
got to give them the nod.
We're gonna get into this meet preview here. Like the Manuka girls, all over the place have young girls here, and I think they're really excited. I know they got a new indoor track coming online there next year. They got Coach Kevin Gummerson, who's been the longtime coach there with all kinds of success. Obviously, a great boys program there at Manuka. I mean, that thing has just been kind of on fire for time. I know their 8th graders just won the IESA state championship in Class 4A for girls. So a lot of good. There's always good stuff brewing. We'll ask Jessica and Roland when they're Hopkins when they're on here later because Jessica coaches at Minooka. So and her daughter is an eighth grader going to run for Minooka next year. So yeah, let's get into that because we
Let's get into
have
it.
quite a bit of good stuff going on tonight. We want to preview just all the things that are happening at this meet. Let's start with the 55 high hurdles. Yeah. Um, so we're gonna highlight a couple athletes here in the 55 highs. I mean, like Sydney Cline is going to be on the show here in a little bit, and so we want to start with her. She was, 14th in the state, I think, or 14th, yeah, 14th in the short hurdles, 18th in the state in the long hurdles last year. She's run 880, and that's like, when you see 880 as the top seed in 908, that doesn't seem like a lot, but she's the big favorite in this race tonight.
And that state meet, she was doing a lot of other stuff. She was doing the 4x1. She was doing the
Yeah.
4x4. Like,
Yeah, she qualified in 3 or 4 events last year. I mean,
yeah,
so we want to ask her later about, she got a taste of like being at that elite edge. I know she runs with Carson in the Plainfield Pack group in the summer. So it'll be interesting to get Carson's insight with her when she's on a little bit later. But I mean, this Manuka story continues here. So we got like Lila Cazares is second seed at 908. We got Krishana Clark, a freshman, seated fourth at 923. And then we also have Reese Henneggy from Naperville Central at 920. So, and again, that's a lot of like, other than Reese, that's 2 10th graders and a freshman.
yeah. And
So,
that Lila Cosray, she's taking a big step up this year. Ran 908 and
yeah.
55. I mean, that's legit. And that was just 4 days ago. So I'm
Yeah,
interested
so
to see what she can do
she
today.
just ran that time.
Yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna have like a hot race in here. In the 55s, it's almost always about like your start plus what you can do to the first hurdle. If you can get clear, I think if Klein can get clear out of the blocks there,
that's
you know,
hers. Yeah,
we'll see. I think somebody like her too. You're trying to move up into that like that top range, that top nine, that all state caliber. Yeah, it's never easy, like, and so these 55 indoors work a lot to kind of pressure your start, and I think that'll pay dividends down the line. So we'll see if she's able to get that thing rolling tonight. Carson, we'll go next to the 55 dash. Man, this is gonna be close as always, I guess. I mean,
oh
we
man.
probably say that every week, but I mean, look what we got here. We got look at the seeds. We got Carolyn McCann from Ignatius at 740, Estella Check from Naperville Central at 741, and then Leah Davis, who will be on our show here in a little bit from Naperville North at 746. So man, we're talking 3 people within 600ths of a second.
I mean, and another thing about this is fun that you get to see like people compete in other events. Like we're gonna see Lee Davis in the height in the long jump
Yeah,
later too. Like that's the fun thing about sprints. We're gonna see him again, and we get to like keep going
yeah.
with the storyline throughout the meet.
Even
Yeah,
more than the hurdles, that one's probably going to come down to start, and I
yeah,
think that all those athletes, especially like emerging athletes, these aren't, our fastest athletes in the state. They're trying to like perfect that first part of their 100-meter race for outdoors. That's what, their mission will be in here tonight. And then, of course, like it always feels good to get a win, so we'll see, with those guys. And then again, we got, this Manuka story. We got Krishana Clark. She's coming right back from the 55 high hurdles as a freshman to run the dash. So I'll be excited to see how a freshman handles that double.
yeah,
Sometimes in these situations you get big breakouts. I don't know. I don't know the girl, but like we'll see how she goes.
yeah.
She's got a lot of good seats in here tonight.
I mean, that's exciting. I mean, one of the last indoor meets, you might as well. Let's
Yeah.
let's do it
Yeah,
while we still
everybody's
can.
pretty
Yeah,
much just got their conference.
yeah,
Where's
yeah.
SBC girls at this year? Do you know? It's at Lewis. Yeah. Good. So they'll be in a nice yeah. Okay, so it's going to be at Lewis, which is a nice facility, 4-lane track, and then probably going to be at Manuka for the foreseeable future for the SPC, which, as everybody following track knows, the SPC has been emerging as is one of or the best conference in the state for some time here. I mean, it really is. So we want to give it that shine. Um, oh, let's talk about the quarter.
Oh man.
Yeah, the 400 is gonna be a hot one tonight. I mean, what did you notice in this thing?
I mean, I got a Kennedy Carroll, another Manuka girl, 1.01, March 5th again. That's legit.
Right. So it's another freshman. Kennedy Carroll comes in at like she's run 61 seconds in the quarter, but she's going to have to try to take it to these 2 St. Charles North
Yeah,
girls.
yeah,
And the St. Charles North girls have been on fire this week. I couldn't have been more impressed with their 4x8 on Monday in here. And so they start off the meet with a bang. They run like 912. And then they come back and run the state's best time in the 4x4. And so we've got Elise Pimsner. She's seated at 59.94. We've got Alana Gupta. She's seated at 59.69. They ran first and second on Monday night in the state leading 4x4.
And I think 59.6 is the meet record here. So
Yeah.
we might be able to see
Yeah.
something like that. Two teammates,
Maybe
couple
a couple
contenders.
teammates going back and
Yeah.
forth at each other for some pride on the bus ride home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that meet
It's
record.
always
Maybe they
fun.
both get it.
Oh,
It'd be kind of fun.
that would be
Like
fun.
I love watching
Yeah.
when you see a great relay time, seeing those relays get disassembled a little bit. I think the other good athletes from that St. Charles North 4x8 are over at Batavia tonight running different events. Yeah, Hobson, I know for sure, I think is over in that meet. So that's exciting. I know I do want to give a shout out to Momo Hashimoto last week from St. Charles East because she called that those St. Charles North girls are in incredible shape. She said she went to middle school with a couple of them, and so shout out to you, Momo, for having the inside details. Let's do long jump here, Carson. And we got the Beatles blasting over here during our show.
That's a good
It's
time.
kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna lead with Leah Davis. She's gonna be over here, I hope, in a couple minutes. But she's the only 17-foot jumper in this field. She's been over 17 feet numerous times. Comes in with like a 5.18 seed. I think that's probably from this year. She's jumped 17 low this year. And then again, Kennedy Carroll,
Kennedy
freshman from
Yeah.
Manuka. They're just kind of all over the meet, which I mean, we're like 6-7 weeks into their first ever track season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fun couple of storylines. You get to follow
Yeah.
them across a couple events. Leah Davis, of course. See if they can take her down in any
Yeah,
of them.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
like Kennedy is the only other. Oh, I guess we got Josie
Josie Borkowski,
Borkowski
yeah.
from St. Ignatius and Kennedy Carroll both have over 5-meter jumps. So those are kids that are in the low 16 feet range. Trying to move up into that next tier of jumpers. All of these girls, moving towards state qualifying in that event. So that's exciting. Again, and even like Manuka, if you go down to the 4th seed here, Addison Byrer, 490. She's seated 4th as a sophomore. So we got a Frosh soft team, kind of just all over the place, waiting to emerge here.
The Bud Swanson's going to be fun for a couple more years. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think this might be Manuka's first time here because this is an
Oh, yeah.
expanded meet
Yeah,
with
definitely.
some additional teams. So I'm not sure if Naperville North or Naperville Central who the ads in were, but I think as soon as you put this facility out here,
Yeah.
you watch, there'll be a bunch of PRs tonight, and people will be all excited to come here next year on the girls' side.
Yeah. No, that's a lot of fun.
And
So
then
move to the pole.
we're gonna jump into pole vault here last. When Carson's people asking him questions, can we do pole vault last year?
And
Well, I guess the story here is that Alexis Lally has gone over 12 feet. I mean, she's
Yeah.
had a 3.66 metric PR here. She vaults for Rise, which if anybody knows pole vault around the Chicago area, the winders down at Rise are basically like magnets for all the pole vault talent.
Yeah.
Some people drive a pretty big distance, and so she is our top seed by quite a bit. And then we got Penelope McCollum and Olivia Brandolino. Penelope, a sophomore, Olivia, a freshman at Manuka. Same story.
Yeah.
We got like both of them over 10 feet already. So I mean, like,
Yeah,
you get
that's
two vaulters on your team, girls wise, clearing 10 feet. I mean, state qual is 10 feet high. I'm not sure the exact metric number this year, but it's usually somewhere around 10 feet 9, 10 feet 10.
I mean, that's crazy. I was telling Coach Quick earlier today that we should let all the athletes try the pole vault at the meet of the week, and he thought there were going to be some injuries, which
Yeah, I'm not
is
sure we
probably
should
fair,
let
but,
people that don't know how to handle a pole vault pull. Can you imagine trying to pole vault?
No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go ahead and humble
You'd be
myself.
happy to laugh at other people failing
Yeah,
at pole
but
vault.
I think that
All right. Well,
we can watch Alexis Lally actually do it, and that might be even more fun. So
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna have Coach Day kind of roll on in here and tell us about the meet.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll have you guys come on over in here. Is he coming on? Yeah. What's his name again? Coach Burns? Burtis. Gotcha. Nice. We'll give him the big mic then. We'll let Carson zoom in. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
This is hey Coach Burtis, how are you? I'm Chris Quick.
How you doing?
Good to meet you.
Nice
We'll
to
have
meet
you
you.
you can move that for a second, maybe slide on in there and move that back so we can. I know it's a. Well, we are really excited. We're gonna move this a little closer to you.
All right.
Yeah, and then well, we're really excited to have you guys here. Basically at like the expanded version of the Bud Swanson invite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were you here when they started this meet? Were you at Glenbard North?
Well, I actually started the meet
Yeah.
at Glenbard North. Yeah, that was
So how
in
far back does it go?
1987,
Wow.
and at that time they had a quad meet on that date,
Yeah.
and only the varsity competed. So I was taking over the program with my buddy Gary Beebe, and we said we've got to get more kids involved.
Yeah.
And so we expanded it to 8 teams and 2 levels. And
Okay. Yeah.
so
Give everybody
that's
an
what it's been
opportunity to
from
run.
that time on till
That's amazing.
now.
Until now. And so now is this the first time, Coach Day, that it's 12 teams now?
This is the first time it's 12 teams.
Yeah.
We expanded it here to North Central, bigger track, and so
Yeah, 6-lane track.
yeah, opportunity to have the same number of heats while running with 12 teams.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. You know, I mean, it's not you'll be we were just talking about how there might be a bit of an assault on the record books when you get in here on this track tonight, you know?
I think there might be.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of those
we're-
records are pretty old.
Yeah, no, a lot of them are really, really like we were looking at the quarter records 59, 60 on that older,
Yeah,
smaller
Lisbon
track.
Coast.
Well, you're talking about a 160-meter track,
Yeah,
which is
right. And that's
a
a
whole
heck
lot
of a
different than
timing
this.
in there, you know. We got a couple St. Charles North girls that are breathing down that thing for sure. So, well, that's really exciting. Let's talk about Coach Swanson. My dad was a longtime coach at Moline. I used to hear about Coach Swanson through that because my dad was a girls coach, coaching cross country through the 80s, you know. And then I was at Palatine with Steve Currens, who they knocked
Steve,
heads
yeah.
for some years there. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
what was it like coaching with Coach Swanson?
Actually, I recruited him. He
Yeah.
was a school psychologist. He had never coached before.
At all?
And I had never coached track,
Yeah.
never coached girls.
Wow.
Principal came to me in 80, same year I started this, 86 and or 87.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly. Anyway, and said, want you to take over the girls track program. And I looked at him, I go, well, you gotta be kidding me, you know? And so I said, I'll think about it. We had an assistant in the building named Gary Beebe,
Yeah.
who his daughter was in 8th grade and going to be running, and he had been the head boys track coach.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe he'll come back and come back out
Yeah.
and coach and help me. And then I had to find a distance coach, and I knew Bud was starting to get involved in distance running. He had never coached.
Yeah. Wow.
And then talked him into coaching the girls cross country team. He did. He started to get excited, and I said, well, why don't you come and
Yeah.
help me with the track program? And at that time they didn't have a stipend for us.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll split
Right.
some of that with you. And we got him involved, and
Yeah. And so
yeah.
you guys started to grow it from there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so from this, like 87, 88, started to grow into that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the legacy, I'm such a student of the cross country side. I mean, the list of teams that have ever won 4 straight state trophies is about like 5. I mean, it's just not many, you know. I mean, so
Yeah.
how did a guy like Bud go from that, you know, really just learning to coach to being like this kind of like juggernaut during the 90s? What was that like?
Well, I
transition.
mean, we're fortunate in that a lot of things fell into place.
Yeah.
We had the first 4 years when I was the coach in track. He was in cross country, and we were getting better. But in 1990, that's where we made the big jump, and that was the first of our 10 straight conference track
Okay.
titles.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of the distance crew that we had.
Being really good.
And during that time, we had 13 to 15 girls, somewhere in there, who went on to get college scholarships from the cross country team.
That's incredible.
My daughter was one
one
of
of
them, which was one of the reasons she transferred over as a junior from Lake Park, because
Okay.
she had known all the Glenbard girls and
Just made
run with
sense.
them in the summer, and she wanted to be a part of it.
So you got to see it from the vantage point of a coach and
Oh,
a
yeah.
dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, any core memories that you're of any like one moment or something from back then that you really like puts a pin in that era? Is there any?
With Bud,
Yeah.
it was always fun to
Yeah.
kind of gig him a little bit
Yeah.
because he get real nervous about things or things that people couldn't do. He had we had a kid named Laura Esco who
Yeah.
was
State
Really,
champion.
really
state
good.
champion.
Yeah, I remember her.
And at that, at the kind of track meet, you know, the state track meet, we had her run the 8, the 4x8. She medaled in both, and she was also the anchor on the 4x4. He said, no, there's no way she can do that.
Yeah,
I told him, I said, she's a tough kid.
she gonna.
She'll get us to the finals.
Yeah,
I know she will.
Yeah.
And she did. And that was after winning the state 800.
wow.
And then he was, oh, mate, we'll sub her out. I said, nah, she'll have
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
all summer to rest.
Yeah.
And she ended up
That's-
taking us to a 5th place finish.
Yeah, right.
So there's
Yeah,
some kids that just, they run.
yeah. You don't put the state champ on the bench.
No, you don't.
Well, I got to ask this guy about state champs too, because you just talk about the legacy continuing. You coach Grace Shager, you
Yeah.
know, and Grace is one of those athletes that perceptively just got better as high school went on.
Well, she came in not as a distance runner.
Yeah, she was a
came in as
basketball.
basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And how did that transition start to take place then? I mean,
Well, so Gary Heiler's assistant coach,
Yeah.
he was the freshman girls basketball coach that year. That was the year of COVID. So
Okay.
March 13th, 6 years ago, we were supposed to host the Swanson Invite. That's when COVID shut the world down.
okay,
And
Man.
that was her freshman basketball season. He was like, hey, why don't you come try track? And she's like, I don't know. She came out, what is she? High jump, long jump, ran a 400. She was not a distance
yeah,
runner.
she came out and did the things a basketball player would do on the
Absolutely.
track team.
And she was good.
Yeah.
At that. And then, COVID shut the world down, and I sent her an email. I'm like, hey, I think you'd be pretty good at running, but I think you would like distance running. Why don't
Yeah.
you give it a try?
Wow.
Run a couple days.
Yeah, you give her like try to pull the string a
Absolutely.
little bit.
She
Yeah,
was reluctant to, but she'll still tell me to this day, like that was a life-changing email for her.
yeah,
That
Wow.
invitation to come out for the cross country team obviously changed the trajectory of her life.
yeah.
And so she came out sophomore year in cross country. She was pretty good. Partway through the year, we're like, I think you might be able to be all conference. All conference would have been a state qualifier. We didn't have a state meet that year.
Okay, yeah.
Medaled in the 2 mile that sophomore year.
So it kind of came that fast, so
Yeah,
relative.
She
Yeah,
was one. I mean, like you set up a workout plan for her, and she
Yeah.
did it. So she's still playing basketball, varsity basketball, her freshman or
But
sophomore
she's-
year, and she's running the mileage. So Steve Witt, who's here as our assistant AD, was the head basketball coach at that time. I'm like, night before a game, I'm like, Steve, she just ran 10 miles before your game, and he's like, well, she had a great game, so do it
yeah.
again.
So I don't need to know, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, and that speaks to her character and dedication. I
Absolutely.
mean, then she had that transition. That where she was 4th as a junior.
Yep.
What do you think took her over the top that next year? Is it consistency? What was the
Yeah,
transition?
I mean, so she was one of the most consistent athletes I've
Yeah.
ever coached, and we worked really hard to create a balance. Like, obviously, she needed more, and that's what happens with distance runners to become successful, right?
Yeah.
You got to do more, but you have to do more in a smart way.
Yeah.
Because if you just go run 90 miles a week, maybe
Right.
it'll work.
You
For a
end up
season,
injured.
but then you're dead,
Yeah.
right? And so we did a lot of time in the pool. We did a lot of like sprint plyometric work, strength work, some stuff like that.
Kept her healthy and yeah.
She just leaned into it. And I mean, she's got a competitive fire,
Yeah.
unlike any athlete I've
Right.
ever coached. Holy cow! Like
You could feel it watching her race. I
yeah,
mean,
and-
you really
yeah,
could.
And so Katrina Schlenker from Batavia,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
they were like good rivals her junior year.
Sure.
And we would bike. I would bike with her in the summer. I couldn't run at that point, and I'd be like, "Hey, Schlenker's in front of you. Let's go." And like that.
Get the wheels
became my
turning a little
mantra
bit.
throughout the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, the Shagers are like a legendary Palatine family. So I mean, we followed this one real close. I mean, there's 14 Shager brothers and sisters that all went through Palatine. John Nally, our ex-head coach, is married to Anne Marie Shager, so they got a long legacy of basketball. I think she's the first one in the line that was like a killer cross runner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, their next son Jack. I had
Yeah.
him in class. I mean, what a hard worker. He's playing basketball at Carthage right now.
Okay, so he's
So he's Division III athlete, but man, it's like get him out for track and cross, and he would have dominated too. but
Sure.
He poured into basketball.
gotcha. And then for those that don't know, Grace goes on. She's at Notre Dame right now. She's had some injuries, coming back to running now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
her freshman year, she was on their national championship team that was third in national.
Yeah, so she's on a podium team in Division One.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
has a Division I nationalship.
It's
podium.
amazing.
Yep.
We got a couple minutes before we're going to switch over to talk to Leah. Hey, how are you? What are you hoping for from the expanded meet tonight? I mean,
tell you,
you
I'm
guys
just-
have put a lot into this.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. I mean, to
I'm
change
ready to
and
go home and just pass out this
Yeah.
weekend. Because we got a middle school clinic tomorrow, so I guess I'm
Sure.
a glutton for punishment.
yeah, keep going. Yeah.
But I mean, we used to come here for the DVC, and a 200-meter track is so much different than our 160 track. And the 160-meter track 40 years ago, when Dave started this meet, was top of the line.
Yep.
Now it's not.
Now it's not.
And so the
Yeah.
caliber of the teams has kind of gone down a little bit. The caliber of the competition has gone down a
Sure.
little bit. We lose a lot to Batavia. I mean, we talked earlier.
Yeah,
Both our kids.
Both our sons are running across town tonight. Yeah.
So in 35 minutes, my son's running a
Gotcha.
2 mile. I'm gonna miss it.
So,
but-
which teams are the additions here
Okay, so
tonight?
we added Naperville Central, St. Ignatius, Manuka, and Lockport.
Okay, wow, those are all blue bloods of
Quality
of
teams.
what we do
That
here.
was my
You
goal.
know, yeah, that's amazing. And so maybe some more next year. We'll see how this works tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, 12 seems like it's a right number.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go to 16,
Right.
and I don't know if any of the teams that are here don't want to be here. So
Gotcha.
We'll find out.
We'll see. You might get that phone call from somebody that you can't say no to.
I've had a lot of
Yeah, a
teams.
couple?
I've had a lot of teams already reach
Right.
out to me.
Yeah.
and be like,
That's kind of a fun
"Let
spot
me
to be
know."
in, though. To have
Yep.
says a lot of tribute to the meet you guys started so many years ago, and like we're all fired up to see how it goes tonight.
It's just the next generation of it.
Yeah, that's
you know?
exciting. So we're going to talk to Miss Davis over here because she's the next gen. So thank you guys for
All right.
coming on.
Nice meeting you.
You know, you got to go back to work.
Gotta get
You
to work
know.
there. Yep. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for coming on. We could just have. Hey, how are you? I know it's. You have you sit right here, and then we could. Leah, we could. Is it Leah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can pull that in towards you, so it's like right on. There you go.
Yeah.
How are things?
Good.
I'm Coach Quick. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
I know Coach Iverson really well in your situation, so we really appreciate you coming on tonight. How's your track season been so far?
So far, I'd say it's been pretty
Can
good.
you pull this a little closer? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So far, I've said it's been pretty good. Like, I've seen like definitely improvement in my season. Like, obviously, I haven't PR'd yet, but I feel it coming because last season I was off of an injury, so it just like took me a few steps backwards. But this season, I feel really good about
So
it.
your body's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. I mean, sometimes you always want to compare yourself to your
Mhm.
PR, but like even just seeing where I was a year ago at this
Yeah.
time, it seems like you're a little ahead of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did you get started doing track? I mean, is this a little kid thing? Is it a high school thing? What
Okay, basically, I like tried it in middle school because all of my actually, I just tried it in middle
Yeah.
school, and then my mom she put me in a club team
Gotcha.
called Aurora
Yeah, I
Flyers.
saw that you run for them.
Yeah, and that's when I became like more serious and like when I saw like my skill become like better.
Yeah.
So then I just took it more seriously because I felt like I had a lot of like potential and a lot
Right.
of like skill to put out there. So
Sure.
yeah.
Well, tell us. I mean, you're just Coach Boatwright's like legendary club there. What's the experience been like of working with him and working with? I know there's other really
Yeah.
good kids in that group.
Oh yeah,
What
they're
has that been like
awesome.
being part of that group?
It's really like I love it a lot because I'm surrounded by people who are like state
Very
like
into what you're doing.
like really good
Yeah.
people, and it's like really encouraging to just want to like be as good as them.
Right.
And it's just like the workouts are they're so hard, but I mean I feel like I've improved so much from them.
Right.
So it's just been I would have no complaints. It's just been really good.
Gotcha. Is there any like girl in particular in there that is like that's my mentor, that's my girl?
Okay, so she's younger.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's a freshman, goes to Plainfield North. Her name is Cameron Cargo.
Okay.
She joined Flyers like I'd say maybe 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and she's just amazing.
It's
Like
like your
I'm
inspiration.
yeah, she is crazy. Like at
Track
every
goals?
yeah, she's just
And
amazing.
she's at Plainfield North.
Wait, Plainfield East.
Plainfield
Sorry,
East. Oh, yeah.
Plainfield East.
That's funny because
Yeah.
all of a sudden Plainfield East relay
know.
times are like
They're-
goners.
Oh my God, Plainfield East. That whole
They're
entire
running like
school is
140s
just
in the 4x2. And
They're-
she's
yeah,
on that thing.
Yeah, it's just crazy. She's so good at like every event that she does.
What
and
else does she do?
I'm pretty sure she does the 400. She does the 100. Obviously 200. Like
That's
she puts her 100% into everything, and it's
That's-
just like
so
It's
what a
great.
coincidence that her team is starting to
I
do
know,
well.
yeah.
We interviewed some of the boys that on Plainfield East team. They seem like they got a good crew on both
Yeah.
sides. We talked to Joe Wusso.
oh yeah, he's
and,
also on Flyers. He's great.
Nasir Robinson a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago too. So
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's talk about you. I mean, you're a heck of a long jumper.
Oh.
Let's talk about your long jump. How has that been progressing for you, like just this season?
Okay, so I started last year because of my injury because I couldn't run, but I
Yeah.
wanted to try something new, and I love it. Like
Yeah.
I wish I started sooner. It's like
That's
one
your
of
one
my
event. Is
yeah,
that by
that's
far your
my
favorite?
yeah, my favorite event so far. I can't wait for the season to like progress because I feel like I can do really
Feel like that big jump's in
yeah,
there
I'm
somewhere?
just like I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, yeah. So you've been over 17 feet a few times, right?
Mhm.
Like, where's your goals at for this year? Do you have like process goals? You have distance goals? So what?
I just want to make it to state,
Yeah,
honestly. Like
what's the mark?
I think it's like a 5'4"
So
something.
you're really close to that.
Yeah, so last year I PR'd at sectionals and I was so close.
Like centimeters off
Yeah,
kind of
I was
thing.
so close. So I feel like
Oh,
this year
that's
is
both like amazing and heartbreaking all at
yeah, I
once,
know.
right?
And I'm just like proud because since it is my first well, last year was my first year doing it and I've come so
So that
far
was
in
your
it.
first year doing long jump?
Mhm.
Oh shoot.
So and I've come so far. I just feel like I have so much more to
Yeah. How do
give.
and long jump is it's so technical,
Mhm.
and it's like learn to jump under pressure, like
I
and
know.
have other good people pressing on you,
I
man.
know.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So you did really well as this. You're a senior now.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. What about your sprinting? Where are your goals at for this? I saw you won the DVC 100 last year.
Mhm. Oh, that was a shame.
Yeah, nice.
I just want to continue getting better. Obviously, I want to PR
Yeah,
because I feel like I haven't had like that many crazy PRs, but I want to do better. I really want to like PR in the 200. That's one of my main
yeah,
goals.
one of your big goals.
Yeah, but I just want to see how far I can get. That's it.
Gotcha.
Like,
So you're in. Let's see. You're long jumping tonight. You got
mhm.
the 55, which should help your 100 a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you in the 200 as well?
No,
No.
I'm doing the 4x2.
Okay, gotcha. So you're in the relays. You can get
Yeah.
good split and see how that's going. How's your relay this year?
Oh, it's really good. I'm excited to see how the girls and like we do this year. We have really good like freshmen and new people come
Okay,
in.
so you got
So
good combination of older
yeah,
girls, younger
yeah. So
girls.
I'm just like really excited about it.
Gotcha. What okay, so I always like to finish up with like any favorite memories of like your time doing track. Anything you can point back to and be like, "Oh, I love."
Okay, I want to say like my sophomore season, like just like practices and like just like being with all of my friends and just the community was just like I just really enjoyed it. I was really happy like during that time and I feel like I was also doing really good in track.
Right.
But also even like actually last year winning DVC, that I did not
Yeah.
expect
That's
whatsoever
exciting.
because the week prior is when I like strained my hamstring again. So I hadn't run for a whole entire week
Gotcha. So you
and
didn't
I
even know
was
what to
yeah,
expect.
and I was
Yeah.
doing like 4 events that day and I was just really like stressed out and nervous. And then I did really good in long jump and then I had the 100 right after and I was just
Yeah.
I was so
Well,
happy.
you've highlighted a couple of times, like just being part of a good track community,
Yeah,
right? I mean, that isn't that. It's just I run a club myself up in Palatine, and it's so much fun when you get a bunch of
I know,
people who are
yeah.
like-minded thinkers.
Yeah, I love it.
You can feel kind of weird, like being obsessed about
Yeah.
track until you get around other
I
people, and
know
you're
it.
like, oh, there's
Yeah,
other
it's
people that
great.
like this just as much as
Yeah, I
me.
know.
Well, that's good. I mean, I know both these cultures. Coach Iverson, they've won state here
Mhm.
in track. The Flyers Club speaks for itself,
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
Boatwright,
He's
so
great.
well, we're gonna be watching you tonight. We're gonna be up on the live stream calling this out. So
Oh,
I mean,
yay.
thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
so
on.
much. Thank
I
you.
appreciate meeting you, and I'll keep my eye on you for sure.
Thank you.
We'll try to get those long jump results up in here today.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk to Sydney here. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Hello, Sydney. We're gonna give Sydney the side mic. You're gonna take this one, or
Hi.
we have you sit over here. What
Oh,
are we doing,
okay.
Carson?
I sit here. Here?
Yeah.
Okay. You're.
Otherwise, I can't talk.
Oh, wait, you're talking with me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's by special request. Carson needs to be part of this interview.
Oh, is what I'm
I do.
Okay.
I do need to be
How
part
are
of
you,
this
Sydney?
thing.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm Coach Quick.
Nice
I
to
don't
meet
know if
you.
we've ever met before, but like he talks really highly of you. How are you?
I'm good.
You excited about tonight?
Yeah, I'm really
what
excited.
What are the events tonight? So
Tonight I'm running 55 hurdles, the 55, 4x2, and 4x4.
oh shoot. So
Yeah,
you're
she's in a
busy.
lot.
All right. That sounds like fun. Well, let's start with how's your season been going so far? I mean, what has been up, down, highlights?
It's been going pretty well so far. I mean, I feel like the indoor season always kind of starts like a little bit slow, especially having like a lot fewer meets, but overall I've been good. I started out with a PR at our first invite And so
In which event?
hurdles.
Hurdles. All right,
Yeah.
away. Let's go.
So it's been going well so far. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and you worked with this guy in the summer last year.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't coach her, but
Yeah, who coached her?
Coach
Woods?
Marcus, Woods
Marcus,
and
yeah.
Marcus were the ones that like
Be
actually
like
coached.
Carson to be on here taking credit for Marcus coaching every event in the Plainfield Pack.
Yeah, no, exactly. She saw Coach Marcus like in real time coaching. So
He's a dynamo, like a total phenomenon. I don't know where the energy comes from with that man. Let's talk about your hurdles. How did you get started as a hurdler? And that's not always the easiest event to get started with. Did you start in middle school?
Yeah, I started in 6th grade.
she was
and-
7th grade ISA state champ in the
State
hurdles.
champ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what?
So you
Oak
started
Prairie?
in 6th grade and had never done it before.
Yeah, but I mainly just started because my sister was a hurdler, so I just was like,
It's like a family
yeah.
legacy thing. Have you? Okay, that's the important question. Have you beaten your sister's times yet?
I have
Okay.
actually.
And you let her know all about it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I beat her school record a couple weeks ago. So that was
In the 55?
in the 60 hurdles.
60
Yeah.
high hurdles. Okay.
So
wow.
kind of funny.
All right. So you went from. I mean, did you just take to it naturally? I mean, in middle school, as that process.
I
you just started
kinda.
next year, you're state champ.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's like, it's just that easy. All the
I
people
guess
on
so.
the hurdle,
I guess
you
so.
just started
Wow.
and then you're the best.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, actually, like that leads into this other question I have, which is like you were on the edge of being in with the best last year, right? I mean, you qualified in both races to state. You placed 14th in one, I saw 18th or 19th in the other. What's that mentality shift as you try to get in that top 9 and make a final?
This year, I mean, it's kind of a lot to think about, but I'm just gonna hope for the best, do the best I can, and just whatever happens, happens. But my goal is to be in finals for at least 100 hurdles this year at state. So if I can do that, I'll be more than satisfied.
What did you learn from being down there last year that you can take to this year, you think? Anything?
It was just like last year I just focused on taking in the experience, and that it was honestly just like a privilege to even be there as a freshman running 3 events. So I really just like tried to like take my time and allow myself to enjoy it, because I didn't think I was gonna make it to the finals. So I just kind of wanted to like see what it was like. But now that I know what it's like, I feel like next year or this season at state, I just feel like I'll have some more experience and know what to expect. So it'll be less stressful for me.
Yeah, it's hard to master that thing
Yeah.
down there. It's a pot boiler, even going in that tent.
Yeah, in the tent.
You want to know what nerves are? Like, go sit in that tent for far
Yep.
too long.
You
know, I mean,
for sure.
that whole process of, I mean, you're so lucky as a freshman to get there in 3 events to be able to like
definitely
just see the way it looks in there and then be ready to go through that and then perform.
Yeah.
I mean, you already did really well. I mean, geez. I mean, as a freshman, like your marks are already great. Look at these guys out here. We got multiple cameras filming this interaction here, you know?
I saw Corrigan's here today as well.
We
Yeah,
got
Yeah, she
any
is.
questions for her? Like,
yeah. I mean, first off, okay. So I wanted to tell you this now. I had this great idea, and I'm so
Oh, no.
forgetful.
Uh-oh. You want her to run the half mile?
No, I don't want to run
That's
the half
Carson's
mile.
great idea for every
No,
sprinter.
no, that's only Kennedy's
That's
good
only for
idea.
Kennedy.
That's only for
yes.
Kennedy.
That's for
Yes,
us.
exactly. She knows because I joked
Shots
with
fired,
she,
Kennedy.
Sorry, Kennedy.
Anyway, but I wanted to like open this thing up and there to be your water bottle from the summertime sitting in there. It's still in my car.
Still
but
haven't
I
gotten
forgot-
that water bottle back.
I forgot about it. So yeah, no, but like you know, this summertime was so awesome.
Yeah.
In terms of like the times that I cherish a lot. I think that you like the coolest part to me like of the summer was like how well like you like the 4 or 5 girls that were like the really elite sprinters of our group, like you guys just all kind of like
Yeah.
became really good friends with each other, especially you and Kennedy,
Yeah.
just because of the hurdles and
Uh-huh.
I mean whatever. Somehow you guys got me to do a TikTok. I'm like
Our
you know, you
TikTok
guys
account.
yeah, exactly. You guys made a TikTok account for Plainfield Pack, so
Let's go.
Sydney was a leading cause
We
of
can
that.
get Carson to dance.
No, they
Yeah.
did.
Okay, yeah, that's important.
They got me and Marcus and Woods.
Hard to have people
somehow.
with you have no rhythm, I'm assuming.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But just talk about the summertime and how cool that was. Just to make those relationships with
Yeah.
people, like you and Kennedy. Like I see
Uh-huh.
anytime that either one of you guys post on Instagram, it's like you guys are like sending like 15
yeah.
comments to each
Oh
other.
yeah, me and Kennedy
So-
are still good friends. A couple weeks ago, we went to 7 Brew together.
Oh, nice. There you go. There you
We just
go.
had a little hangout. So
yeah,
we still
nice.
text all the time. But overall, my experience over the summer, I just I had so much fun. Like practicing every day. Like I looked forward to going to practice every day. Like we just had a fun time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Awesome. What's like something, we talked about Marcus and just how crazy he is with everything he does.
Oh yeah.
Like, him, Woods, and Brodko are like the main coaches that you work with.
You're lucky. Those are great people.
Mhm.
Yeah, great people to be with. Just like what you kind of learn from them the summertime that you're taking into the season. Because I mean, obviously already showed like whatever. She's so naturally talented too.
Yeah.
She came out of dance, like hadn't hurdled in like 6 months, and like I think ran a PR at Misfits or
yeah,
close to it,
Misfits, yeah.
and PR'd in the 60-meter. Just like
Sure.
I'm coming off a dance. I'm just gonna do this. So just talk about what you learned though. Yeah.
From them, honestly, especially my first race over the summer, I had quite the fall. So I was
Yeah.
quite disappointed about that, but I just kind of had to learn to like shake it off. And Coach Woods especially like helped with that, and Marcus too. And I was just kind of like, it's not that big of a deal. Like not every race has to be your best. And like that's what I learned over the summer, that like not every single race is going to be a PR and not every single race is going to be your best, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's part of a bigger
Yeah,
process. I mean.
Yeah, it's all part of your process.
Well, important question is there ever going to be a Sydney Cline Kennedy Ruff showdown? Do you guys ever race each other?
Are you guys in the same sectional?
I thought we were, but I think it was Hinsdale Central, not South.
Yeah, interesting.
Dang.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe at the finals this year. We'll see.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that'd be good. Oh, yeah, no, that's a potential.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I would
both
love that. I would love
I
to
know.
see
the
that.
finals against each other for bragging rights. Yes.
Oh, which hurdle do you like more? Because I've never
Yeah.
asked you this. Because like I always like, okay, like when I was talking to your mom, like as you were like joining this time, like before the summer started, I'm like, oh, she could be like a really good 300 hurdler, like because you ran 60 seconds in the quarter. I'm like, oh, good hurdler. Like maybe the 300 hurdles is her event. Which do you think is your event? Do you think it's the 100s or the 300s?
Honestly, I think it's the 100, but I feel like last season I didn't really like. I wasn't able to fully get the hang of the 300. Like I always was like, I felt like I could never run the race to like my fullest potential because I always like my steps were always like off. Like, and I feel like that plays like a big role in like having like a good race, especially in the 300. But like for 100 hurdles, it's like for me it's easy, like just 1 2 3 1 2 3. But like 300, it's kind of different with like your steps
the
in between,
patterns are
knowing
different.
like and like having to like alternate legs. So for me, like I definitely like the 100 hurdles better, but I'm hoping this year to get a lot better at the 300 hurdles and hopefully enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, I'm excited to see how it all turns out. I like I like anybody whose story is like I just started hurdling and the next year I was state champion. It's like it's never easy to explain something that you just took to kind of naturally.
No, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Any more 4x4 for the Porters this year? I saw you guys qualified in that thing last year.
Yeah, we did.
Are you in that tonight?
Yeah, I am.
All
yeah.
right, let's go. So you guys
Yep.
probably have a good lineup in there tonight.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
and our
that's something to
4x2.
watch.
So
Yeah.
hope we make it for that too.
What leg are you running?
I'm the anchor for both.
Oh, okay.
You ran like really good on Monday too.
I know. I was really surprised
So
actually.
just talk about that. Like you were
Oh, yeah,
what
you were
20?
a Mustang?
Yeah,
Mhm,
she,
yeah.
she FAT split a 25.5
Oh,
and
shoot.
FAT split a 59.1.
Okay.
And I told you after the 4x2, you seem more surprised after the 4x2 than the 4x4, which I was
Yeah,
surprised
4x2.
about.
I was definitely really
You were like,
surprised.
what? You were like, wait, show
No, I was so surprised because I usually don't really like run like the open 200 much, but after like I ran it like once outdoor last year and my PR was like a 26 something. So like for my 4x2 split indoor to be like a 25.5 and I tripped over my own foot. I was really surprised.
So you actually just have to get out of your own way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed having you. Like we're pumped to watch you perform tonight.
Thank
We're gonna
you.
get these two track nerds on because this conversation could go for about an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do a little state of the state and talk some fan talk. You gotta go get ready for your races.
Yep.
Corrigan's laughing over here.
Yeah, he's
Another
over here
another
making fun of
Plainfield
you.
Pack kid over there.
Yeah.
Hi Corrigan, how are you doing?
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Sydney.
Thank you for having me.
See you down the road for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go.
That was fun.
You're just gonna hold this up. Okay.
The number one duo I had in mind when we invented all of this. No, it's like a whole thing. Let's go. Beamed out to 107 people worldwide.
This is pretty.
Yeah, I know. It's creepy. Let's go. Oh my lord. Thank you guys for coming on. So, he's gonna make sure we get Roland's mic on. This is Roland Hopkins, Jessica Hopkins, the dynamic duo. Probably met in this field house, I don't know. Where'd you guys meet? This
Yeah,
girl
no,
didn't
this was
exist.
this was
That's how old Roland is. Okay. They met in Murner somewhere in the guts of North Central, and happily married, maybe depending on the day. So whatever. Before we start, we just got to recognize we're in Al Carius's house doing Mike Newman's job. So I mean, our whole thing is a tribute to those two guys. So we love having you guys on. You guys are announcing tonight, yeah? Yeah. So we'll get Griff. Sometimes Griff get like crazy up there in the mic, like she's like rapping track over the top of it all. Yeah. So I mean, this last segment on our show is always just the state of the state, and we just want to talk about whatever fanboy, fangirl stuff we've got going. What has been lighting you up around the this track season so far? The 5K yesterday. You talking about Mia? Yeah.
I'm gonna try to not be distanced by it. Well, that's my thing.
Yeah, do your best.
15:58 and
Yeah, so has an Illinois girl ever broken 16
no.
minutes
So
in high
before
school?
this, it was Caitlin Hart. She ran 16:08 or 09.
Come on, you
yeah.
guys should argue about the tenths on that. The hundreds.
Yeah,
we could have a real sparring match here. Yeah,
we put
I
two
mean,
of the
incredible.
most nerdiest people in track and field on the same
Yeah.
show here.
I mean, and what a thing for Mia Steroid to come back. I mean, like she was in the well, hurt and missed like one of the experiences of a lifetime while her teammates win the state title without her. And here she is, like she never missed a day.
right. That's I think I saw a tweet maybe referencing you, but just how he just does stuff like that all the time.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Th-
No, Bartlett said it. He shouted me
that's
out in the
that's
tweet.
what I was going to
Yeah,
pull up.
okay, yeah.
This was
It's like, yeah, but I'm like, no, this is.
yeah.
It's her middle school coach, you know.
Yeah, I look at that list in the top 10, like she's ahead of Lady Fly. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
the
mean,
champion runs professionally, like it's just crazy. So that was
right.
very impressive.
Then we get a girl at the other one run for 15:30 yesterday. So game on. That's a high school time now. Somebody ran 9:37 tonight at one of the meets in the 2 miles. So
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I think that she was a skater.
yeah,
Now,
it's been so blown away by multiple people. It was almost like she felt so generational when it all happened, and now it's like there's 6 people kind of like her all at once every year. I mean, that's amazing. That's so healthy for the sport. So exciting for distance fans. All right, what's some non-distance like shout outs since Roland can't think of
I
anything?
think we have to look at the Bronco relays, the 138, the 140 in the same meet.
Yeah.
30.
And the next fastest side of the state is a 140. So I was impressed by that too.
Yeah, I got that all over my notes. I mean, like your B team is in the top
Yeah,
3 or 4 in the state in the 4x200.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, and then locally, Plainfield East, I was looking at them, you know, it's like a. So.
Yeah.
Race, I think so.
Unbelievable.
That's exciting to see.
I saw Mariah Robinson ran leadoff on that thing too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
my
that's
Lord.
that's a good thing to do there. Run her on
Yeah,
leadoff, get her out of the
Get her
traffic.
out, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Make sure you got clean handoffs and
Yeah,
we'll see you
definitely.
later. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they leverage that depth going into the state meet. Obviously, they got pieces everywhere. Where they end up performing, we don't know.
It's nice to have choices.
Anything else that's been blowing you up early?
Checking out the results from both relays.
Yeah.
I love relays.
Yeah.
Relays are one of my favorite things just to watch real time spotlight.
We got some of those St. Charles North girls are in here tonight. I thought that thing was mega impressive.
Yeah.
They were 432 at halfway. You know, in the 4x8, and the race was effectively over, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and even though they dumped a 225 in there on third leg, then they just came back to their 214 anchor.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like, wow.
Cara Glenn had that was a great race for her. She
Was that
reemerged
just
out
around
of
second leg?
yeah, she
Yeah.
ran second leg, but she hasn't been running great at all this indoor season. She's coming off of a really serious injury at the end of the cross country that she ran regionals
Yeah,
and then
okay.
she still broke 17 on this torn up ligament, 3 stress fracture in both her feet.
That's ugly. Yeah.
Yeah, she was messed up
So she's
and
coming back from
she
an ugly
finally
injury. Gotcha.
looked good again. Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, I thought that thing was super impressive. Obviously, I guess we can't sneeze at Downers run 749. I mean, they don't have maybe quite the four they have, but the 2 that are on the back end of that thing are a great insurance policy. You go 155, 152 on the back with a Surratt Stupule.
Indoors is always early.
Yeah.
You never know.
I like there was a lot of killer anchor legs in the boys the other day. You know, there's Chavinsky ran 150. Yeah, Hereni ran
Stawinski.
152.1 on a relay that had a 209 in it. Yeah, Chavinsky from
Stawinski,
Plainfield
yeah.
North was 154.
Yeah.
Conrad Sainer 155 low. Mateo Ramiro Garcia Sandberg 154 high. Like
Yeah,
that,
Austin Corey was like up there and like maybe first or second when he got the. I think it was first when he got the exchange, and I'm just watching all these like kids go like
yeah, like,
right
yeah,
off
he's
the exchange,
probably
and
not
I'm
gonna
like,
beat this
I'm
guy,
like,
this
oh
guy, this guy,
gosh,
or that
oh
guy.
gosh.
Yeah, and he's a good runner.
Yes, he's a great runner.
There's bangers and then there's good runners. Like did you see my kid ran 158.8 the other night? He was on second leg in that thing the other night. Yeah,
And
I mean, he was like
took the
battling for the
lead.
lead going into. He took the lead for a little bit there in second leg in the boys. So I know. I mean, he's okay. He's coming to North Central, by the way. Yes, yes. He announced it last week to Coach Sinnott. That's awesome. Yeah. So I was like, dude, you're running 158s. I hope they don't take all that speed out of you and just make you into a distance runner. I know. Really? Yeah. 153 is that a Drake or where'd you there you go. I mean, I'm hoping we can keep him in some of that 800 1500 action when he gets here, you know. Oh jeez. What was Roland doing in high school? That's the better question. Okay, you were 354 for 1500, yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, he's doing something else. What else we got going on that you've noted around the state? Anything?
Gosh.
Look, he's got this notebook. He's just gonna computer us to submission.
Okay.
I know. She got her notes.
Okay, so national meets, of course. Molly Mako, like running 214, 453. I don't know how you didn't mention that.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's somebody that we coached a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of co-coaching her with
Yeah.
Zephyrs a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, 453. I was like, I texted our coaches. I was like, I wish I was there. She went out in
7 seconds.
66, 67 for the first 409 yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a 453 the hard way. My first, I know, I'm such a nerd. I'm like, oh my God, if we change those splits just a little bit, I think she runs 445, 446.
Yeah.
And crazy talent about to come into Illinois distance running.
Yeah.
You know, like she's a great kid. Been doing really hard work. So she was second by just a little yesterday.
Yeah, Fouts also was third,
Yeah,
431. He's going to Hersey.
8th grader.
Joy Story was an All-American in the weight throw. She throws for Edwardsville.
Okay.
You know, there's some good stuff in here. Liz Hull was like one that stood out in the middle school 800 today. She ran 219. She's at the Lane Tech Academic Center as a 7th grader right
so
now.
She could be.
So she's going to go to Lane eventually, most likely. It's like another one. Will Noren right now is third in the high jump.
Yeah.
7
feet indoors.
Mitchell Linney is like 5th right now in the shot put. So yeah, he was at 610 when I checked last for Noren.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's so many different like other kids that are running over the next 2 days at nationals. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, there's insane stuff.
It's kind of a track fan paradise. There's a lot of, if you got the right subscriptions, you can watch a lot of track. My wife, of course, came home from work yesterday. She's like, "What are you doing?" You know what I'm doing. You know who I am. There's multiple screens. Yeah. You can put like.
Yeah, there's just so much here to look at. I mean
others. Let's see. We got to mention the Homewood Flossmoor boys. I just like want to shout this out because a truly staggering jumps performance by them last week. There was, I think they had a 42, a 43, and a 46-foot triple jumper. They had a 6'10", 6'6", and like 5'11" high jump. And then I think they went 21, 22, 23 feet in the long jump. 7 different guys. So 7 different people. Rob Assis, like one of the true masters of craft in this state at like even he tweeted the other day that he's like, yo, yeah, this might be the best. I mean, he's had all these great jump crews there. So yeah, I watch them as like where they start to put those parts because, you know, you got Chris Corfus coaching the sprints there. You got Rob coaching jumps that you're going to have.
They've done everything without Zion Morrison this year, who hasn't ran at all yet.
I mean, like literally the best underclassman in Boys State track last year. Went to war, ran probably 6, 7, 8 races at state.
Yeah.
Hasn't run yet.
Yes.
So hopefully he's okay.
He's coming back from a groin injury, from what I heard. So
they're
he'll be good.
Add like the best sprinter.
Yeah, but they're being cautious. They don't need to bring him in all of a sudden. Like they're cautious. They're being smart here.
Sure.
They're playing the long game.
So whatever. That's the other thing I noticed. Anything else that you guys have seen around the state or personally?
No, I think like I was just talking to Roland. I was still working all these other meets that we save off, like girls from St. Charles like all their conference meet last year. So it's just like kids that are kind of on the up and up and maybe not rock stars yet, but just to see them over the last couple of years and how they're going to go off when obviously like they're 16-year-olds are running that next level. So it's just cool for us to go there.
It feels like your team is full of up and coming,
Yeah.
about to be here
Yeah.
people, right? I mean, can you guys talk about that on the girls' side? I mean, you have also your daughter gonna be up here next year. Yeah, is it 2 years?
No,
Couple years?
she's
No.
6th grade.
Oh yeah, you guys are not that close yet. You're not that old.
Seeing going to junior high meets now.
Yeah. But yeah. Man, she's all over these heat sheets tonight, you know.
Yep.
Is that on Monday night? Yeah.
So a lot of young kids.
Your ninth and 10th graders are all over this meet. A lot of different
I
kids.
would like to challenge like anybody to figure this out. Has there ever been 3 girls coming in as freshmen that have all broken 60 seconds in the quarter? Or is this the first time that that's ever happened? Because all
in the
Clark,
open last year?
Hoib, and Carroll all did it last year. All at the same middle school too. All at Manuka Junior High.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite event, you know.
Yeah. So like a lot of young kids obviously plugging in and trying to figure out.
That's super exciting. Other stuff going on this weekend. So we got this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got all these good kids in the national meet.
Batavia Distance Madness. You got Nas, Honolin, Simpson in the 800, Gorsuch, Gabriel, Martin, Bourne, White in the boys'
Gorsuch
side.
moving up to the half mile tonight after he's run 120 indoors in the 6. So
Yeah. He's running 156 already indoors in the 8. So that's
you get pushed a little bit more tonight,
yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Samanic, Jenke, Mayer, Hacker, Force Tech, Glenn, or like Car Glenn.
The top mile
That's
tonight?
the top mile tonight.
Yeah.
On the girls' side, on the boys' side, it's
Sismonic, you know, like from Jacobs is having a heck of an indoor season. I mean,
Yeah.
She popped off like 5 flat, like her first race, dude.
yeah.
She's a tough kid.
Teneper, Krieg, and Salomo are the top the top guys in that.
So we'll see. Those guys are all seated on their PRs. I'm not sure anybody in that group is anywhere near their PR, but you're hoping for 16, 17, 18 in a race like that tonight.
Peterson and Gertson, I think that could be
in the
really good tonight in the 2 mile.
Okay, that's the top couple seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Gertson's coming off a 452. Like, I'm like really excited to see what she runs at a 2 mile.
Yeah.
Another Plainfield girl. She would have gone to Plainfield East, but she goes to Montini now. Yeah. So she lives in Plainfield East District.
Well, we got to talk about the 16th seed in the fast heat of the 2 mile tonight over Batavia.
Oh gosh.
It's this guy's kid. Yeah, he's the reason I get to leave the meet early, avoid cleanup.
Yeah, he's the 16th seed now because he's no longer. It was 15.
Yeah,
and then they added in Sam Hill, who didn't make his flight to nationals. Like his flight got canceled, so he's running tonight at Batavia. They added him in late
he's
today.
Added in late after.
Yes.
So he's run the 2 mile again after he ran so great last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
he ran 9:13
Yes,
at
he
York
ran
a week ago,
9:13. Yeah. So he's going to run at nationals. He got his flight canceled. He's going to run tonight.
Interesting. So the subplot is like, can Christopher Quick beat any of the Plainfield South athletes? Because they have like an entire cross country team apparently in the fast heat. I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. We'll
can you
see.
make Plainfield South's varsity? That's everybody's burning question. You know.
Question can be solved tonight. Yeah, they all came to us at the start of the season. All the Plainfield South guys, and they're like, our top 5 across country are all like, hey, we want to run the 2 mile at Batavia, like
Together.
every single one of them together.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, we IFAT time their time trial during cross country. We had Steve Reeder start it, so we have an FAT 2 mile time for them. So we put those in, and that's how we got 5 guys in the fast section. So pretty fun tonight. But I mean, it's such a loaded field. You got Beaterusas, Sam Hill, Alex Watsala, Jack Jennings is in this.
Jack Jennings from
Santiago
Fresno.
Chavez could like make this race really cool because he doesn't have any fear. And
he has a total screw loose.
Yes.
He really does not care. I admire this dude. I've talked to him like once or twice. I like legit was at some like triangular last year where he ran the 4x8, the 2 mile, the half mile, and the mile.
That's crazy.
Just because, why not? And,
Yeah.
and he is not the kind of person that ran that like a workout. He was like 158, like, you know, like 930 something. I mean, like, he's a maniac.
Yes.
I mean, he died maniacally in the state cross final, right? He was
Yeah.
winning at the
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
mile.
Yeah.
And we still got all state.
Yeah, but barely. Yeah,
I like
he
it,
was
though.
hurting.
He's either going to try to win the state title or get all state.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
second to 25th, it's all the same. Either get first or all state. Any other numbers?
Works.
I don't know. We'll see what he does tonight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him to put this out on just completely hammered out early pace.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm really excited for the Central Illinois High Performance Classic, which is at Illinois College. It's mainly just a 1A meet, 1A, 2, maybe some 2A teams in this. There's some great distance fields like Jonathan Igobazi, Chaz Obergfell, Caden Cook, Elijah
1A
Teefee,
state cross
Aiden
champion.
Faulkner. Like all those guys are running the 2 mile and the mile. So that's really cool. Sayla Berry, who like was this ultra like 1A star last year on the girls' side, she's gonna make her season debut.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah, a lot of
huge
those guys
there.
still get races indoors.
Yeah, Huntley girls' side is gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a great meet. You got teams like Homewood, Flossmoor, Prospect, Huntley, Nutrier, Wiedenwerville South, Hersey, Lake Zurich, Linkway East, all at this meet.
So they got to put up with Harvey tomorrow.
Like this is gonna be crazy. I saw Lake Zurich's A teams running. It looks like they have, but they have Wetzine in the 32 and the 4x8. So we'll see. Avery Murr's running though, so that's gonna be the return of Avery Murr. Elena Steele versus Mariah Robinson in the 400.
Okay. Oh, Mariah Robinson in the quarter.
That's gonna be good.
It's gonna be interesting
because Steele's the one that split 53 point on the 4x4 last year to anchor, like nearly win the 4x4 last year, but Lindsay Wetz just held her off, so that's gonna be fun.
It just keeps coming. It's gonna be national stuff all weekend too. So, all right. Well, we got to get out of here because we got to go actually stream this meet in the next 30 minutes. Let's see. The live stream is gonna start at 5:30 with the running. We have one more indoor meet. We will be back here next week for the combined MSL boys and girls conference right here in the same spot. So we will see you guys later, and thanks for following along.